In today's video I will show you how to upload image to an AWS S3 bucket using Retrofit in native Android application. Now firstly, uploading of the image, like if you know how to, like if you might have heard about how to upload image, like you might know that it requires a client ID, an access ID and an secret access key to upload to S3. Now that should not be configured on the client side, so I have already made a video about how to upload like an image or any kind of file to S3 using Node.js. So you will have to first configure your backend in such a way that it has a REST API to upload image to S3, because a client should not directly communicate with AWS S3. That is a really bad practice. Otherwise you will leak your secret like access key and secret access key. So I will put a link in the description to my Node.js video. First watch that in case you haven't, then you can watch this to upload a file, because we will directly call that Node.js API from our mobile application, and that and send our file to our Node.js app, and then the Node.js app will upload it to S3, and Node.js will give us back the URL and we will display it inside an image view. So here you can see I just have an upload image button. When I click on the button, it just shows an image picker to me. I will pick the first image. As soon as I pick it, I make an API endpoint, and it gives like a API request, and it gives me the S3 bucket URL, and here you can see I'm displaying it inside an image view. So let's get started. So I have my Node.js application running locally. That's why if you see inside my Android manifest, I had to use this uses clear text traffic, because it is not HTTPS, it's just HTTP. If your is hosted already on HTTPS, then you don't have to use this. Next, inside build.gradle.kts I have added this because I am using Dagger hilt. Next, inside build.gradle.kts you will also have to add this. So at the time of this recording, KSP for Dagger hilt is still in alpha stage, but in case if you're watching in future, you will just have to Google how to use a KSP instead of capped for Dagger hilt. Like, it's pretty easy. Okay, and here as well I have added this dependency because we need access to the view model from activity. Then these are the hilt dependencies, these are the retrofit dependency, and this is the coil dependency for loading that image URL inside an image view. And if you don't know what retrofit is, it helps us to make HTTP network request to our server. Next, inside Android manifest.xml I have added this uses permission internet. Also I have referenced this my application, which is I have created a file for this, which I will show you in a second. So go over here, go to Kotlin plus Java, and inside here you can see I have created my application, which you have to create for, which is a requirement for Dagger hilt. Next, I have created a download response. So this is the response from my backend API, and it will just give me a download URL like a JSON object with a download URL as the key, and which will actually contain the download URL in string format. So I have created this. Next, if you see my app network service, so this is the interface you have to define for Retrofit, and here you can see so my API endpoint is http://localhost:3000/upload. so this upload part, so the base URL is configured inside the network module, but the upload part is different. That's why it is configured over here. And here you can see we are passing a multi-part body type of file, and the expected output is in download response. Next, I have defined my repository. So we will inject this my app network service inside our repository, and inside repository we are just calling this upload file. Okay, and if you see my view model, now my view model has a reference to our repository, and again we are calling the upload file. So our activity will pass this file to our view model, and we will convert it to multi-part body using this method, like multi-part body .part .create form data. We will first pass the the key, which is file. Okay, then the name, and then the file dot name, which is the name for our file, and here we are just passing the file dot as request body, because if you remember my key name is file. If please watch my Node.js video to understand that one, because the key input param for our Node.js API is file. That's why this is file as well. Next, here I am calling the directly calling the upload method of our repository, and we will get the response. Next, inside network module, I have just created a singleton class, and here I have created this OK HTTP client.builder, and I have set the connection timeout as well as read timeout, and I have created our retrofit.builder. And so here you can see this is my IP, and like localhost, I'm still using localhost because I have not deployed my Node.js API, and I have added the converter factory over here, and this is mine network service class.java. Now if you go to main activity, first you will have to add this @entry point. Then we are getting hold of our view model. Then I have created, so if you see my activity underscore main, I have just created one button. Okay, one button for picking the file, image file, then progress bar to let us know that the network response, like we are still connected with the REST API, and once we get a response we will dismiss this progress bar, and image view for displaying our image. Now here I have created variable for all three of this, and this callback gets called once you call this launch new photo picker from your button click listener. So here you can see I'm just calling image only, but you can pick any kind of file. Okay, but be careful with this, you will have to change this. So if it is different kind of other than image, if you are passing something else, do change the MIME type as well. Next, here you can see once we get the URI, we are converting it to a file. Then I am setting the progress bar visibility to visible, and once we get the data from a response, like from our backend API, which will contain the download URL, which you can see over here, and I'm just displaying inside our image view. If there is anything wrong, I'm just displaying a toast message. And on button click listener, so here we are initialize our button image view and progress bar, and on button click listener I'm just calling this launch new photo picker. And to be honest with you, I have just copy pasted this code from Stack Overflow. Like this will help us to convert a URI to a file, and also we will use coroutines for this. And here we have to create a temporary image as well, and here we have to use this copy input stream to file as well. And you can ignore this all this stuff for now, like this was just part of my debugging. Okay, so yeah, I think that should be it. Yeah, don't forget to add this internet permission as well. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.